Hey everybody, welcome to the George Show. Let's start off with the starting music. Wow, that song is so long. I really should trim that. I have a sound editor. I can probably cut that a little bit. But but at any rate, let's just move on with the show and not worry about it. Let's see, for episode 3, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do a short movie review for you guys. The Three Stooges, which is at the Dollar Theater here where I live in Columbus and around the nation. It's I believe at the Dollar Theater. So what happened was that a couple of days ago, as if you live in the Midwest uh, or maybe even other parts of the country, it was really hot and there was nothing to do. You couldn't go out because, yeah, well, you'd boil to death. So I decided to go to the movies, and I told mom. Uh, I live with my mom. I'm at any rate, and I told her, "Let's go to a movie." And sure enough, I picked a movie out on the internet, and we braved the heat, and we drove to the theater, and that's where we saw the Three Stooges. And this movie, it was a good movie. It had slapstick humor, so all of the people were hitting each other left and right from beginning to end. It wasn't plot thick. It was a movie that kids and adults can enjoy because of its lack of seriousness. Um, it was starring Sean Hayes, who is a gay guy from Will and Grace, Will Sasso, a British actor which I had not yet heard of, Chris Diamantopoulos, a Greek-sounding actor. Again, I couldn't recognize him. Another funny thing about this movie was that uh, I couldn't I couldn't really recognize many of the actors or actresses, even though I knew who they were. Jane Lynch, the lady who plays in Glee, she played one of the nuns in the movie, and I just couldn't pick her out, which is ridiculous because she was there the entire movie, and I failed to recognize her. Uh, Jennifer Hudson was another actress. She played a nun too, and I did recognize her. Um, who else? Larry David was one of the female nuns, and I actually did manage to notice that it could have been Larry, and it now that I read the sheet here, I see that it was indeed him. And who else do we have here that was starring? We have, oh yes, Sofia Vergara. Uh, she was really easy to pick out. Not, she stood out. In fact, she had kind of a negative role. We see her as the likable woman on Modern Family on Wednesdays, but here in this film, she was cheating on her husband with one of the Three Stooges' ex friends from their childhood, and she wanted their friend murdered by the Three Stooges. And this got them into a big fiasco with Sofia Vergara. And, it was quite funny. And which brings me around to the plot of the movie, which I have failed to say anything about. Uh, okay, so here goes the plot. The Three Stooges were kids in an orphanage. They grow up unadopted. The orphanage has to shut down, and they need to come up with $830,000 to save their orphanage. In doing so, they get caught up in a murder fiasco, trying to murder Sofia Vergara's husband. In fact, they inadvertently attack her lover, and that's why she hates him, and she becomes so angry, and she pulls it off. What else? What else was significant about the Three Stooges? Well, I'm probably forgetting a lot of things, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Out of 5 stars, I would give this movie probably 4.5 stars. Alright, thanks for tuning in to the George Show, and I will see you guys right here next time.